Okay, so today I'm doing a video on finding natural forage for a Mediterranean tortoise, or any type of tortoise actually. Based in the UK, it's March at the moment, things are just starting to shoot up, so I thought I would just show from the things that I've picked today what you can feed, and hopefully this will help put some minds at rest with identification, because a common thing that I hear from new keepers is that they're worried that they're not going to pick the right thing. The reality is that tortoises, if they don't like the taste of it, they're not going to eat it, even if it's good for them, and if it's sort of got a waxy leaf or it's from a bulb, it's bad for them. The things that you really need to make sure you avoid are things that are toxic to a child, so high toxin things like lily of the valley, deadly nightshade, yew berries, things that you can Google and learn. But if you're picking out hedgerows and things, as long as it hasn't been sprayed by weed killers, and you're sure about that, then there's a good chance that you're not going to be picking anything that's going to be harmful to your tortoise. So I would encourage you to do it, because weeds and flowers are very good for tortoises because they're high in fibre and they've got natural trace elements and vitamins in, unlike cultivated food, which has higher levels, or bought food. Firstly, it's free, but it's also got lots of good nutritious things in it for the tortoise. So we're going to have a quite closer look. If you can come in, Alicia, come have a look. Tortoises, if you mix it in with some of their more favourite weeds, it's a good one to offer. It's one of the first weeds that you'll find in spring for them to eat. Now, the staple for all year round is plantain. Now, this one you can normally find right through the winter. You get a broadleaf, which is a rounder leaf version, and a pointy leaf. And this is the plant that in the UK, I don't know if it happens in other countries, but we used to flick the seed pods at school at each other. And it grows in lawns, but it also grows in hedgerows. This has actually come out of a lawn which I knew didn't have pesticides, and the grass hasn't been cut over the winter, and hence we've got some nice new growth here. And you've got the ridging at the back. Tortoises love this, and it's naturally rich in calcium and fibre, so it's a great one. So you can pick. You want to aim to be picking sort of 3 or 4 different plants if you can. You can do this a few times a week when you do your dog walk, or you've got friends with an allotment, get them to collect them for you, and keep them in a salad bag in the fridge, and then mix it in. If you can't find as much as this, I do appreciate this is a lot here because I've got a lot of mouths to feed. You might want to, in spring, also mix in, oh, we don't want a bit of conifer, I'll get rid of that. You might also want to mix in some cultivated salad. Just remember that's high water, so you only want to use that for short periods of time, because it's not going to be as nutritious as feeding weeds and flowers. But it is something that is very good this time of year when you do need to bulk it out. Try and compromise and put in weeds as well as a bit of salad mix, as well as a good quality vitamin and mineral supplement such as Nutribal, not just limestone flour, because what they're getting out, even natural weeds won't have as much goodness in as they do in the summer months. So right, we're just going to pick out the last of pick out some other species here. Over here we've got young sticky weed. Used to stick it to your clothes when you were small, maybe, if you lived in the country. The one thing is people say, oh, tortoises don't eat this. It's like they do, but don't pick really old woody sticky weed. Try and actually pick sort of the younger shoots, and then they will eat it more readily, and mix it in with sort of more of the regular firm favourites, which tend to be the softer of the weeds, like the classic dandelion. Mix in, hide in. Try not to just always feed just one, try and feed 2 or 3. So you know the ones they will eat, hide that in with a few ones that you want to gently introduce. And you may have to persevere with that and do that over several months in order to get a tortoise to come round to sort of having extra things in their diet. So we've got a few that people will recognise straight away. Obviously you've got the dandelion. The one you've got to remember with dandelion is it has to be part of a diet. You mustn't feed too much because it's actually a diuretic. It's going to make the tortoise wee a lot, which is not a good thing. It can make the tortoise dehydrated. So it's good to feed it, but just try and learn some of these other ones here. One that's not so common, which you're going to need a bit of practice. This one, the common name is nipplewort. This is a nice soft one. Tortoises do like to eat it. So this is another one to look for. You can use the Tea Lady website to get more resources on images, and you can really trust her knowledge in terms of learning your new plants. Okay, and I think the last one here to show you, oh look, it's a slug. We do want to remove the slugs because they're high in protein, and we don't really want the tortoises to eat them. They will occasionally fall on them because they will find them in the wild, and protein is very scarce in the wild, but we know it's not good for them. so I want to remove the slug. But this is cat's ear, so it's got furry leaf here. Don't know if you can see that. And when it's in flower, it actually has almost like a dandelion type flower. It's part of the dandelion family. So this is a really good one that tortoises like to eat and that you can learn. I haven't got any soft thistle today, I don't think, although saying that, there's a soft thistle. Tortoises, particularly ones that aren't used to weeds, often will eat this first when they're going through a transition period. And milk thistle's very good. It's good for their liver and kidneys. Or soft thistle. This isn't milk thistle. Milk thistle's the thicker one. If you can see that there. And again, this has a yellow flower, a bit like a dandelion as well. Okay, finally, a bit of speedwell, something you might find in the lawn. It's not. I find my tortoises, it's not a favourite, but I will mix it in as well, just as part of a balanced diet. And then finally, it's not really in flower yet, but we've got what you call dead nettle, which is got a white flower normally. So basically the nettle that doesn't sting. Again, they won't have it when it's old and woody, but if you go for the younger shoots, they're more likely to find it more palatable. And do mix this in with sort of some of the more softer weeds like the soft thistle, and you will get some success from that. So, okay, I hope you found that helpful. Please, if you would like to get any other videos done, please drop me a message and also follow so you can help support me do more videos. Thank you very much.